So hello everyone, welcome to Triaright. This is back 365. Myself Sujit. So in this session, we are going to learn more about our JSON module that's available in our Python. Okay. So in the previous session, we are already see the basic thing that's related to our dumps method. Means we are just see which type of data we can convert it into our JSON object. Now we are trying to see in the real time how it's going to happen. Means at the real time we can convert it any type of file. Means as of now we are just trying to see some lines. Now we are trying to convert a file. Means using our file handling concept also. Okay, now how to use that things now we are trying to see now. Okay, so every time whenever we are trying to convert our Python data into JSON model, first we need to import our JSON module. So how to import? By the help of our import keyword, then you need to write your JSON module. Okay, after writing it will be importing the things. Now I need to create my Python data. Okay, so here I'm just trying to create a dictionary, and here I'm just trying to take some student data. Okay, here I'm just trying to take, because we know that JSON will be storing the data in the form of our key value pair. That's why I'm just trying to provide the dictionary. You can get a clear picture on that how the dictionary will be converted into our JSON object. Okay, so here I'm just trying to write name will be, here I'm just trying to pass my name Sujit. Then here I'm just trying to pass my gender. Okay, gender as male. Then the next one I'm just trying to write backlogs. Okay, means how many backlogs I have in my college time. I'm just trying to display 1 2 3 4 in just like that in or 2 3 4 5 papers. Okay, now the attendance I need to submit. Okay, attendance, man, how many attendance? I have 80% of my attendance, so that's why I'm just trying to pass this one. Okay, now I have my Python data. I have also imported this module. Now my requirement will be I want to save in a file, because every time we are trying to require the file only. Okay, so we know that whenever we don't have any file, if I try to create a file by the help of our file handling concept, then we have a access mode that is called our write access mode. If the file will be not existing, it will be creating that particular thing. So now we are trying to see that. So every time whenever we are trying to dealing with our file handling concept, now we are trying to open a file, then only we are eligible to performing some operation. Okay, now I'm just trying to open a file. Okay, so here I'm just trying to take sample.json because I want to convert it into JSON object. Okay, if I'm not specifying, then I have the by default access mode will be read, but I don't have any file name that is called sample.json. Means I need to specify which type of access mode do we want to use. Okay, so after that it will be written, this open function will be written a file object that is called our f object I am storing. After that I'm just try to, means whenever we are try to dealing with our dumps method says that first you need to take your data. Means if you see here also json.dumps, here it will be taking the Python data. Now I'm just try to pass this data. Okay, here I'm just try to pass json dot. Okay, so json.dumps. Okay, so the requirement will be I want to pass the Python data. So the Python data will be stored in the form of my dictionary, and it will be storing in my variable d. Okay, after that here I'm just trying to pass this one. Okay, still now we are not writing that particular thing. So to writing this one I need to get this one. So to getting this one I'm just trying to create one more variable that is called our context, or we can say that content. Okay, so after I'm getting the content that's available in this Python, now I can able to write in my file handling. Okay, so here I'm just trying to write file object dot write or write line. So here I'm just trying to write a single line. That's why here I'm just trying to write write line, and here it will be take one mandatory argument that's it called our data. Okay, now if I try to run this one, so guys just see the output will be not looking nice. Okay, so guys just see here it will be not printing. Okay, So guys, just see here it will be not giving any output. Why? Because we are just trying to performing the write mode access specifier. So here if you see a JSON object, or we can say that a JSON file will be displayed. Now whenever I'm just try to open this file, here it will be storing in the form of our key value pair, means name Sujit. But guys, it will be not looking like, means in a single line it will be displaying. I want to give some indentation. So at that time, the JSON will be provide one variable that is called our indent. Okay. Now if I'm trying to provide 4, means it will be taking one tab, or we can say that 4 spaces. Okay. See, that's why here I'm trying to pass indent equal to 4. Now if I'm trying to run this one, okay, so I'm just trying to delete this one file, because if the data will be available, it will be override. That's why I'm just trying to remove this one. Again, I'm just trying to run this one. Okay, so guys, just see, if I try to run this one, here it will be not giving any error, means we don't have any error that's available in case of our dumps method. Now if I'm trying to come this one, so now guys, here now it will be looking nice, means it will be showing that it will be taking 4 spaces. Guys, just see, 4 tab. Okay, for the backlog also it will be taking 4 spaces. Okay, so to prettify our JSON code, now I try to use our indent as my extra variable. Okay, so now we are trying to see, guys, just whenever we are trying to dealing with our DOMs, here we are trying to write that things. Okay, means manually you need to write into the file. Now whenever we are trying to dealing with our dump method, because in the interview they are going to ask you, in our JSON object, if we have dump as well as the dumps also, then what is the requirement, or we can say that the difference between our dump method and dumps method. So at that time you can say that whenever we are trying to use our dumps method, we need to write the JSON data into the file manually. But in case of our dumps method, this method is used to converting the Python data into the JSON object and write the JSON object into the file internally. Means here we don't need to write that particular things. Okay, now I'm just trying to tell you. Okay, I'm just trying to comment this one. Okay, now my requirement will be, I don't want to use this dumps method, I want to use my dump method. Okay, we have already sample.json. I'm just trying to create a one more file that is called our sample1.json. Okay, so here before we are trying to performing any file handling concept, first we need to open that file. So here I'm just trying to create that particular things. Okay, so here I'm just trying to create sample1.json, and here I need to specify my read access mode. Okay, after I'm specifying, here I need to write our file object, because this open method will be provide a file object. After I'm getting the file object, now previously first we are tried to store this one, then only we need to write, but at that time it will be doing in the manually due to the help of this our dump method. Okay, so guys, just see json.dump. Okay, so here you can directly pass your data, but here it will be taking one more argument that is called our file object. So here my file object will be our f object, means whatever the file will be returning, means the open function will be return a file object. So that's here you need to pass, and one more extra thing you can pass, that is called our indent, to prettify our code. Okay, now if I'm trying to run this one, so guys, just see here we don't have any sample1.json. After I am running this one, first it will be checking each and every time. If any error, it will be give me. If there will be no error, it will be not giving any error, and it will be directly run that particular thing. Now when I am gone to my sample.1.json, then at that time also here it will be give me the same output. But guys, just see the difference when the dumps and dump will be tell that in the dumps you need to manually write the things into the file, but in case of our dump method you don't need to write the data into the file manually. It will be automatically added, or we can say that internally added that particular things. Okay, so this is all about our serialization, means converting our Python data into our JSON object. So now I'm just trying to write the theoretical point. In the upcoming session, we are trying to dealing with our deserialization. Okay, how the deserialization will going to work. Okay, now I'm just trying to write some theoretical point that's available. Okay, so in order to save the content, okay, in order to save the content into a file or in a file, we have to create a, because as of now, previously whenever we are just trying to converted our Python data into our JSON object, we are just trying to write manually, but we are trying to store into a file. That's why I'm just trying to write this point. Okay, in order to save the content in a file, we have to create a, we have to create a JSON file. Okay, a JSON file, and the converted object should be, manually, okay, manually written by the write method. Okay, write method. Then the next point. Okay, so here I'm just trying to write manually. Okay, now the next point one will be, we're trying to dealing with our dump method. Also we are trying to specify what is the use of this indent. Okay, whenever I'm just trying to write this indent, means it will be taking one tab means it will be occupying our 4 spaces. Okay, this is all about our dumps method that's available. Now we are trying to dealing with our dump method that's available. Okay, what is this dump method? Okay, I'm just trying to scroll down. Okay, we are trying to write our dump method. Okay, what is this dump method? So this method is used to, okay, this method is used to convert Python data into JSON data. Okay, and also add, write write the JSON object, write. Okay, so here I'm just trying to write the JSON object into a file internally, means we don't need to write manually, just like our dumps method. Okay, so dump method, okay, dump take 2 argument. Okay, first one called our Python data, and the second one called our file object. Okay, whatever the open function will be written, and for the syntax will be as compared to same to our dumps method. So json.dump, and here you need to provide your Python data. In the side you need to provide your file object. Okay, so this is all about our serialization that's available. In the upcoming session, we'll try to dealing with our deserialization. So thanks for watching. Triaright.